Welcome. In this training lesson, we will learn how to do an exchange transaction with the original receipt present. An exchange transaction with the original receipt present is one where a user comes in to exchange a previously purchased merchandise item and they bring with them the original purchase receipt. In order to begin the exchange transaction, press the F3 button. A selection box will appear and exchange is the first option. Press the enter button on exchange. An exchange user authentication prompt will appear. Type in the reason for the exchange. For example, wrong size. At the bottom of the original receipt, a reference number will be printed. The reference number may be 16 to 20 digits long. You need not enter the entire reference number. Just enter the last few digits, such as the last 5 digits, for example. Press enter. At this point, the system will retrieve all matching transactions for that reference token you typed in. It is possible that multiple entries will match the reference number. In this case, only one transaction has matched. However, in the event that multiple entries matched, multiple transactions will appear on the list. Verify the transaction total and the date of the transaction against the receipt to identify the correct transaction. Press the enter button to select the transaction. You can move up and down through the transaction grid using the arrow keys. After pressing enter, the details of the original transaction will appear. You can use the check boxes on the right-hand side of the screen to select the item that is to be exchanged from the original transaction. If both items are to be exchanged, select both the boxes. To uncheck or remove an item, just click on the checkbox once more. Once the exchange items have been selected, press enter. You will note the mode is now exchange. By default, the item that is to be returned should have a quantity of -1. Now, whatever item is to be exchanged should be entered into the transaction. You can scan in the item, key in the item, or search for the item that is being taken back by the user. For example, if the user brought in a Nike high-performance golf shirt, that line item is entered now, and they are taking with them a black extra large Guess Classic bell-bottoms jeans item. You will note that the quantity for the Guess Classic bell-bottoms jean is positive, whereas the Nike high-performance golf shirt is negative. This indicates that the Nike high-performance golf shirt with the negative quantity is being returned to the store, and the Guess Classic bell-bottoms jean item is being taken out of the store by the customer. This is important so that your inventory figures will match. After all exchange items have been entered, in the event that multiple exchange items are being purchased, enter the additional line items at this point. For example, we can use the F10 screen to search for an item. Use the arrow keys and press enter. Note that this additional item as well has a quantity of +1. After the exchange transaction is complete, press enter on a blank line to bring up the payment screen. Depending on the difference of the returned item versus the purchased items, the exchange transaction may be either positive or negative. If the transaction amount is negative, it means that money is owing to the customer. If it is positive, it indicates the customer owes money. Use the arrow keys to select the payment type. If the amount is negative, we would be refunding the amount. Negative amounts can as well be refunded onto credit note. In this case, we will refund onto cash. Press enter on the payment type of cash. You can use the arrow keys to navigate through the different payment types. Type in the amount that is to be refunded and press enter. After all the amount has been refunded, a change due 0 prompt will appear. At this point, you can press the end button on your keyboard to complete the sale. Press end now. At this point, the receipt should print and the cash drawer will open. You will note a transaction reference uploaded prompt is given. This indicates the exchange transaction was successful and it has been uploaded to the server. This concludes the lesson on how to do an exchange transaction with the original receipt present. Thank you. Goodbye.